If you're holding emotions in your body and you want to let go, but you don't want to be pushed, this practice is for you. My name is Jessie, and I'm not just any ordinary yoga instructor. I'm also a somatic integration practitioner. I created the RISE method, which stands for Restorative Integrated Somatic Exercises. And today we are going to flow through a calm practice that helps us release stored emotions. We are going to begin with a few somatic integration techniques to help calm our body. To begin, find a comfortable seated position. It can be on a yoga mat, on a comfy spot on your floor, even on a bed for this practice. We are going to start upright with a vagal nerve toning massage. That is just a fancy way of saying we are going to gently massage behind our ears and down our neck to trick our nervous system into feeling calm. So please go ahead and take 3 fingers on both hands, place them behind your earlobes, and we're going to gently begin by massaging behind our ears in circular motions. Go ahead and take a few deep breaths as you massage in circles with just a light touch. And slowly move your way down the sides of your neck in that same circular motion until you get to your collarbone. You can stop at your collarbone for a moment and then massage back up your neck. Let's stay with this for a moment on your own. Continue with your light circular massages. Go ahead and bring your arms down to your side. If that feels comfortable, or you may rest them on your lap. We are going to tighten our shoulders, breathe in, and bring our shoulders up to our ears. Hold them there, squeeze them tight for a moment, and as you release, breathe out. We'll do that again together. Tighten them up by your ears, and then breathe out. Let's go through this a few times. Tighten our shoulders up by our ears. My kitten Lucy is joining us. And then breathe out. Tight by our ears. Hold that tension. And then release that tension and breathe out. One more time. To our ears. Breathe out. Good. Now we're going to begin with a few gentle neck circles. Drop your chin towards your chest. Slowly roll your ear to your shoulder. Drop your chin back towards the middle of your chest and roll to the other shoulder. Slowly move back and forward like this at your own pace. You do not need to move quickly. Move at a pace that best suits you. If you feel a pocket of tension, feel free to pause there and stretch out that tension in your neck. Go ahead and then slightly lean your right ear towards your right shoulder and apply gentle pressure with your hand on the side of your head. Take a few deep breaths here. Release your hand. Left ear, left shoulder. Light pressure once again. bring your head upright, and we are going to drop into our bodies through a breathwork practice called Ujjayi breath. To do this, we're going to take a deep breath in, as deep as feels comfortable. And as we let that breath out of our mouth, we are going to act like we are fogging up a bathroom mirror. So it sounds like this. Almost like a sigh. So we'll breathe in together and sigh it out with that audible sound you can just faintly hear in the back of your throat, like you're fogging a mirror. So in together. In. In. Again, in. 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 One more time. In. Now let's place our hands at our hips, and we're going to begin with our pelvic tilts, leaning forward from our hip joints and then leaning backwards. This is a slow somatic movement that will reset our nervous system, just rocking on our sit bones back and forth as slowly as feels comfortable for you. Pay attention to the way the weight shifts beneath you as you rock from the back ends of your sit bones to the front edge. And if it feels comfortable, begin to draw circles with your hips. Or feel free to stay with that back and forth rocking motion, or any motion in your hips that feels comfortable for you. With these somatic practices, we don't want to worry so much about what we look like. We're focusing on how we feel in our bodies. If it feels comfortable, you can deepen your movement, going further out with those circles. And reverse directions if you haven't already. Slowly sit upright again, and we are going to transition to our backs. So go ahead and find a comfy position with our knees facing the ceiling and our backs flat on the ground. From here, we are going to take a set of windshield wipers with our knees. To do this, slowly drop your knees to the right. Bring them at your own pace back upright towards the ceiling, and slowly drop your knees to the left. As you do this, try to link your breath to your movement. So for me, I breathe in as my knees go up towards the sky, and I breathe out as my knees fall to the side. In towards the sky, out towards the side. In towards the sky, out towards the side. I encourage you to close your eyes and just focus focus on how the sensation feels in your body. Try not to cling into any emotions. Focus only on the felt sense. Start with your feet, then move up your legs into your hips. Slowly bring your knees up towards the sky again. We are going to extend our right leg long. Place our left foot on top of our right thigh, just gently. Place your right hand on the outside of your left thigh, and we are going to twist to the right. Leaving your left arm on the ground or on your bed, we're twisting just our torso and our side and our thigh so that our knee is anchoring down towards the surface we are resting on. Try to make sure that your left shoulder is flush with the ground if possible. Take a few deep breaths here on your own. Each time you breathe out, try to deepen your twist. Slowly twist back to neutral, and we're going to extend our left leg now. Right foot on top of our left thigh, left hand to the outside of our right thigh, and then we are pushing that knee slightly towards the ground or the surface we're resting on, with our right shoulder extending back down towards the ground so that our shoulders are as flush as possible with the ground below us. Take a few deep breaths here on your own. And again, as you breathe out, just try to focus on twisting deeper, but not to a point of strain. Deep breath in and a long breath out. And slowly unwind back to neutral with your knees pointed towards the sky. Your feet shoulder width apart or hips width apart. We are going to stay with our hips as this is where we often store a lot of our emotions. We are going to practice pelvic tilts. To do this, press in through the bottoms of your feet and slightly lift your hips off the ground towards the ceiling. Only a few inches is needed. And then slowly drop your hips back to the surface beneath you. Do this at your own pace, so lifting your hips towards the sky as you press into the ground with your feet and slowly lower back to the ground. You can focus on how your lower spine moves like a wave as we release that tension while we raise and lower our hips. Go ahead and release your hips and pull both knees gently into your chest and give your legs a hug. If you can't reach all the way around, try to grasp the back of your thighs like this. When hugging your knees, slowly rock side to side. Back and forth to massage your spine. Then go ahead and grab both of your knees. Say hello to my cat Jake. And we are going to do slow knee circles. So we're still working the hip joints, gently guiding our kneecaps in circles. If this is uncomfortable for you, you can do this with your knees together and just guide those knees in a large circle side by side. So your choice whether you would like your knees to be apart for your circles or together. This should be massaging your sacrum, that's the lower part of your back. If at any point this feels painful, please go ahead and rest with your feet on the ground and your knees upright. And place your feet on the ground again. From here, we're going to revisit our windshield wipers, but this time one leg at a time. So slowly extend your left leg. And then ever so gently externally rotate your right hip so that your right knee falls to the side. And then we'll lift that knee back up towards the sky. And slowly open and close your knee like a book. Move at your own pace. And try to keep both sit bones down flush against the surface you're lying on. If you can only open your leg a couple inches, that's perfect. Just go as far as your body feels comfortable. Next time your knee is facing the sky again, we're going to slowly switch sides. So extend out your right leg, bring your left knee to the sky, and slowly open up that hip and knee like a book. Try to link your breath to your movement. The next time your knee falls wide, bring in your other foot to meet your left foot. So now that both feet are touching and we are in reclined butterfly position. If this is pulling on your groin, feel free to support your legs with pillows or blankets. We are going to rest in this position and focus on our breath. With our breath here, I would like you to focus on extending your breath longer out than it does when it comes in. So for example, I'll breathe in for a count of 4 and we'll extend out for a count of 6. So feel free to practice this along with me or count on your own. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let your breath fall back to a normal in and out rhythm. Place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. And feel the sensation of your abdomen lifting and falling with your breath. Gently take your left hand to the outside of your left leg and close it over like a book to your right. And we are going to gently slide over to fetal position. Stop here for a moment for a few breaths. And then we are going to transition onto our stomachs. On our stomachs, we're going to extend our legs long and cactus our arms out wide. Turn your head so that you're resting on your right cheek. We are just going to focus on how the ground holds us for a moment. Let all of your weight sink into the ground or the bed beneath you. Take a deep breath in and feel your abdomen and your chest press against the floor. As you're breathing, notice how the side of your neck is slightly stretching as well. Notice that you are being held. So I invite you to deepen this if you feel called to by extending your left knee out into a half frog position. Your thigh and shin will be creating a 90-degree angle similar to your cactus arm. Your right leg will still be outstretched straight behind you. We will rest in this position and focus on being held. Slowly return your leg to meet your straight leg. And then turn your head to the other side. Rest here for a moment. Breathing in deeply again. And then if you feel called to, bring your right knee out like you did on the left. If this side feels tight, don't feel like you must do the same thing as you did on your previous side. Focus on the sensation of your chest meeting the ground and the ground supporting all of your limbs. Please slowly roll onto your side and join me in a resting fetal position. You can cradle your head with your arms or place your head on a pillow. In your fetal position, take your top arm and reach back to grab your ankle of your top leg. We're going to gently stretch our quad and stabilize our body with our grounded leg. If you're not able to reach and grab your ankle, feel free to just bend that knee and leg as far back as possible. It does not need to touch. Gently release back into your fetal position. Slowly roll onto your back. And from here, roll onto your opposite side. And from here, we will do the same thing. So reach back, grab your ankle from your top leg, and gently stretch your quad. slowly release your grip and gently roll back onto your back with your knees pointed towards the sky again. Keeping a slight bend in our knees, we are going to slowly bring them towards our chest as we float our feet off the ground. And ever so slowly, we will float our feet towards the sky, keeping a slight bend in our knees. As we feel a draining sensation in our legs, it is natural for them to begin to shake a little bit. And that actually helps release some of that emotional tension. So we are going to rest here for a moment and just experience what comes with our legs being up towards the sky like this. There's no wrong or right way to hold this posture. And feel free to bring your feet down if it becomes uncomfortable. Begin to slowly float your feet back to the ground beneath you. And extend your arms and feet out wide like a starfish. Join me in our final resting pose as we return to our Ujjayi breath. We'll take a deep breath in and breathe out our mouth as if we are fogging up a mirror with a slight sigh. So in, again in, I invite you to stay in this final resting pose, continuing on with your Ujjayi breath for as long as feels comfortable for you. I appreciate you trusting me with your body today in this calming practice, and I hope you are able to find emotional release. Please feel free to join me and my cats for further yoga and somatic practices